Ohaj. To Gruel, the city in Slovakia. Administrative center of Kosice region and region of Kosice Okolí. It is separated into 22 self-governed areas. The name happens from Slovatsk. Kosice, a personal name of Kosha and a suffix "is," the literal translation, the settlement of Kosha. The population -240.6 thousand people. 2011. The second largest city of the country. Within Kosice agglomeration over 350,000 people live. It is located in the east of Slovakia, in the valley of the Gornad River at a foot of the massif of Cherngor. Large scientific education center. Location of the Constitutional Court of Slovakia. Large steel foundry. Transport hub, international airport. It is known since the 12th century as the royal residence. In the 14th century the city, the first in Europe, has received own coat of arms, having turned into the second most important city of Slovakia. In the 17th century was the center of Upper Hungary. History. The first time to Kosice has been mentioned in 1230. Since 14th century to Kosice becomes the second most important city of Slovakia, which then entered the Kingdom Hungary. In the 15th century to Kosice the Hussite January Jiskra has temporarily taken. In the 17th, 18th centuries to Kosice becomes the center of revolts of Hungarians against Gabsburgov, and the capital of the leader of a revolt, Ferenc Rákóczi. In 1657 the university has been put here. Since the 17th century became Kosice the administrative center of the area Oboy as a part of Hungary. In 1882-1922 Kosice was the administrative center of the Comitate of Oboy Thorn in the Kingdom Hungary. In 1919 in Kosice the Slovak Soviet Republic, which has existed not for long, has been proclaimed. In 1938-1944 on the basis of decisions of the First Vienna Arbitration the city has been occupied by Hungary and Kasice was called. On June 26, 1941 Kosice has undergone bombing, during which on the city about 27 tons of bombs have been dumped. 30 people have as a result died and 285 it has been wounded. Despite the absence of any proofs that bombing has been made by the Soviet aircraft, by planes which dropped bombs, there were no identification signs of the Soviet Air Force. The fact of bombing has been used as a formal reason for Hungary to declare war of CCC. Transport. To Gruel, the largest border transport hub in East Slovakia, located in 20 km from border with Hungary, in 80 km with Ukraine, and in 90 km with Poland. The city is connected by Highway D with Prešov. The internal ring of the city passes on perimeter of the historic center, an external ring across the periphery of the city. To the east from Kosice there passes the roundabout highway of the city connected with expensive D. The urban public transport consisting of buses, trams and trolleybuses. Since 1993. Is under control of the Dopravny Podnik Mesta Kosice Company. Transport company of the city of Kosice. Over 40 bus routes, 15 tram and 2 trolleybus lines work. From bus station routes go to other cities of Slovakia and abroad. The railway station Kosice works since 1860. The city is connected with the Ukrainian Uzhhorod by the wide track line Uzhhorod-Kosice. The only children's railroad which has remained from Czechoslovakia works. In 6 came to the south from the historic center of the city the international airport, Kosice-Barca, from which regular flights to Bratislava, Prague, Vienna, London, Luton, and Doncaster are made is located. Climate to Kosice moderate continental, moderately damp, with warm summer and in the cool winter. Population. According to a census of 2011, 240,688 people lived in Kosice, including Slovaks of 74%, Hungarians of 3%, Roma of 2%. 19% of the population did not call the national identity. 45% have carried themselves to the Roman Catholic Church, 6% to Greco-Catholic, 2% to Evangelic Church of the Augsburg Confession, 2% to Calvinism, 1% to Orthodoxy. 17% have not carried themselves to any religion. To the middle of the 16th century, Kosice was generally German city. Before formation of Czechoslovakia in 1918, Kosice was mainly Hungarian city. So on a census of 1910, which is considered some, has been garbled by the Hungarian bureaucracy. 75.4% of the population were Hungarians, 14.8% Slovaks, 7.2% Germans and 1.8% Poles. At once upon termination of World War II, as a result of exchange of the Slovak-Hungarian population with Hungary, became Kosice mainly Slovak city. Chugruo forms Kosice agglomeration with the population of 355,000 people and also enters the Binoclear Kosicko-Prešovsky agglomeration, largest in the country, with the population of 555.8 thousand people. Within the urbanized zone. Eurostat in 2007-2009 347,630 people lived. Sport. The main event of sports life of the city is the traditional Kosice Marathon. This annual competition traditionally takes place on the first Sunday of October and brings together several thousands of participants. The route record among women 29.59 belongs to the Kenyan runner Helen Mugo, who has established it in 2012. In Kosice, the football club of the same name, the first of the Slovak clubs participating in a group stage of the Champions League of UEFA 1997/1998 is based. Also in the city there is a hockey club Kosice, 6 times becoming by the champion of Slovakia. In 1997 there has taken place the World Cup in a semi-marathon. In 2011 Kosice together with Bratislava hosted the World Ice Hockey Championship with a washer on steel to the arena. 24 of 56 matches of the championship have been played. In 8 years the city together with the capital will host the World Ice Hockey Championship again. From July 7 to July 14, 2012 in the city there has taken place the Sports Orientation World Cup among juniors. In the old downtown there has passed the sprint, a distance with the expected time for the winner of 15 minutes. And in vicinities, among karst forms of air relief, there have taken place competitions in other disciplines. Architecture. In Kosice there is a large number of monuments of architecture. Gothic Cathedral of Street. Elizabeth. Calvinist Church. Church Ursulinek. Monastery of Dominicans. Monastery of Franciscans. Lutheran Church. Greco-Catholic Church. Jesuit Temple. Synagogues. St. Michael's Church. Kosice. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.